Ever felt like the weight of your own story is crushing you? Like the universe pressed a single, relentless ache into your chest? You're not alone. That knot you can't untie, that lingering sting after a loss, a failure, a betrayal. It's the same raw material that every great breakthrough has been forged from. The secret isn't to avoid the pain, but to turn it into power. Imagine a young woman named Maya. At 24, she was an aspiring graphic designer, bright-eyed, sketching logos on napkins between coffee runs. One night, a car accident stole her brother, the person who had always been her anchor. Grief hit her like a tidal wave, and for months Maya could barely open her laptop. The colors in her world drained to grayscale, and the future felt like a blank canvas she couldn't even approach. One evening, after a sleepless night of scrolling through old photos, Maya stumbled on a quote. "The wound is the place where the light enters you." It wasn't magic, it was a mirror. She realized she had been treating her pain as a wall, not a doorway. The next morning, she opened her sketchbook, not to design a brand, but to draw the storm inside her. Each line was jagged, each shade darker than the last, but as she filled page after page, something shifted. The act of externalizing the ache gave it shape, and shape can be reshaped. Science backs this alchemy. Neuroscientists call it post-traumatic growth, the brain's ability to rewire itself after adversity, creating new neural pathways that link suffering to meaning. When we deliberately focus on the lessons hidden in our hurt, we activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that plans, decides, and finds purpose. In other words, the very circuits that scream pain can be redirected to whisper possibility. Maya's turning point came when she decided to channel her grief into a project that honored her brother's love for music. She designed a visual identity for a local charity that provides instruments to underprivileged kids. The logo she created, a broken string that transforms into a soaring note, was not just a design, it was a story of brokenness becoming resonance. The charity's board loved it, and Maya's work went viral in her community. Suddenly, the ache that once immobilized her became the fuel that propelled her career. What does Maya's story teach us? First, pain is a signal, not a sentence. It tells us something is out of balance, demanding attention. Second, the moment we give that signal a purpose, we reclaim agency. Third, the process is a practice, not a one-time epiphany. It requires a ritual, a mindset, and a willingness to sit with discomfort. Here's how you can start turning your own pain into power. Right now. 1. Name the ache. Write down the specific feeling that's heavy on you. Is it loss, rejection, failure? Naming it pulls it out of the fog and makes it tangible. 2. Find the lesson. Ask yourself, what is this pain trying to teach me? Maybe it reveals a value you've been ignoring, a boundary you need to set, or a hidden passion waiting to surface. Write that insight next to the feeling. Point 3. Create a symbolic action. Transform the insight into a concrete act. Maya drew her grief. You might run a mile for every night you can't sleep, or design a simple logo that represents your struggle. The key is to give the pain a physical expression that can be reshaped. Point 4. Anchor the new narrative. Celebrate the small victories. Each time you complete the symbolic action, note how the feeling shifts. Over time, you'll notice the old ache dimming, replaced by a sense of purpose. Point 5. Share the story. Vulnerability is a catalyst for connection. When you speak about your journey, whether in a journal, a video, or a conversation, you reinforce the neural pathways that link pain to empowerment. Others will see their own reflections in your narrative, and you'll create a ripple of resilience. Now, picture yourself 5 weeks from today. You've taken the raw sting of a recent disappointment, written it down, discovered that it's pointing you toward a deeper desire for authenticity, and you've begun a daily habit of sketching or journaling that feeling into a visual metaphor. Each day the knot loosens, and the energy that once felt like a weight now feels like a spring, propelling you forward. The truth is, every scar carries a story of survival. When you honor that story and rewrite its ending, you unlock a reservoir of power that no external circumstance can take away. Pain is inevitable, power is optional. Choose to make the choice. So right now, grab a pen, a phone, or any tool that lets you externalize. Write the name of the pain that's been lingering in your chest. Below it, jot the lesson it's trying to teach you. Then decide on one tiny, symbolic act you'll do today to honor that lesson. Commit to it and watch as the ache begins to dissolve into something far stronger. Your own unstoppable momentum. Remember, the universe doesn't hand us a smooth road because it wants us to be comfortable. It hands us rough terrain so we can discover the strength of our own souls. Turn that pain into power, and you'll not only walk the path, you'll blaze a trail for others to follow.